three most interesting features of the X100V that I feel no one is talking about are Panoramic Mode, the built-in flash, and multiple exposures. I'm going to talk about those today, talk about why I think those are the three most underrated features of this camera, how they work, what I love about them, and what they could do better. Oh, hey Jose, what's going on? Come here. Do you like it? First up, let's talk about the Panoramic Mode. Similar to how your iPhone captures panos, it has you follow a crosshair along a yellow line, taking images as you rotate from the hip. However, unlike the iPhone and other cameras I've seen with this feature, you get to choose the size of the image you take, as well as the direction you'd like to pivot the camera in. I found this feature useful for subjects and scenes where there is little to no movement within the frame. Otherwise, you get this weird ghosting effect from moving cars and people, thanks Taylor, as it tracks along that certain line. Where is this feature useful? It is useful for travel, landscape, and for creating interesting scene-specific portraits of your friends during lunch. Also, if you get a giant hot dog, it's a good feature for that. Speaking of portraits, let's talk about the multiple exposure mode. It has the option to stack an impressive 9 images on top of each other to create a layered, stylistic image. And for the life of me, I don't know why you'd want to stack 9 images, or if you should. Once you take your initial image, it stacks and displays an onion layer so that you can reframe with intention as many times as you like until you've got the image you want. I use this feature during a video shoot for Taylor. I used it for a client's portrait session, and I tried the full 9 stack on my dog Jose. I wanted to create a multi-headed monster, so I had Jose sit in one spot in the studio, and then using treats to motivate him to rotate his head, keep his body still, we used 4 different modes, the 4 different modes that exist within this camera, which are additive, dark, light, and average. Additive was a shit show, didn't look good at all. Dark was probably one of the best ones. I liked how his nose is kind of popping out the top of his head there. Very effective monster. Light created a very unique image, looks kind of like an AI rendering, with little eyeballs everywhere you can see in the frame. And average looked like he was just having a seizure or some kind of demonic fit. So all in, I'd say dark and average are probably the best ones to use. The Builtin Flash impressively has a few modes to choose from, including TTL, full manual with 1/1 all the way down to 1/64th, with both rear and front curtain sync. I used this for a few portraits of Liam here in the studio, using full TTL mode just to let the exposure and flash work together to dictate what looks the most pleasing. I like this image. It kind of looks like Chase Jarvis. And one of the coolest things about this setup is that the X100V uses a leaf shutter, so as long as you are using mechanical shutter mode, you can shoot all the way up to 1/4000th of a second shutter speed, and the flash will still trigger lighting your scene. I took this camera to a wedding just to shoot some casual, candid moments, as well as some detailed photos of the reception space using full TTL mode. And I think it did a pretty good job of filling in just as a fill light using full TTL, full automatic. I don't mind these images. I wouldn't use them, maybe not contribute them to a full gallery, but if I'm a guest and I'm at a wedding, or if I'm in a pinch and I need to use this because my cameras fall apart, it's not a bad camera for this. Those are just 3 of the coolest features of the X100V that I've discovered so far. I'm learning so much about this camera every week, taking it out, I'm taking photos of my community, I'm taking photos of my friends, taking photos of my dog, day trips, family stuff, golf tournaments, everything. It's been my favorite camera, favorite purchase of this year so far, and there's so much more to learn. And I feel like I'm gonna keep adding to this channel, showing you the things I learned about this camera. And yeah, thanks for sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, Jose appreciates it too. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye.